A story that has pushed the emotions of a community to the extreme. An alleged assault on a 5-year-old girl by 3 boys in a Twin Falls apartment complex is causing residents to question city leaders about why it happened. The boys were of Iraqi and Sudanese descent. Now, in an exclusive report, the witness of the alleged attack speaks to 6 on Your Side. Reporter Lacey Darrow spent the day in Twin Falls and joins us live with the very latest.
Dawn, the woman I spoke with today says she occasionally sees kids out on the lawn wrestling or messing around, doing typical kid things. But the thing that she saw on June 2nd, something she never imagined.
It's enough to make grandmothers want to run and put their kids in a complete new world somewhere that nobody could find us.
89-year-old Grandma Jo says she was at her home in the Fawnbrook Apartments when she noticed a boy from the complex outside of the laundry room with a camera taking photos.
So I walked over there and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, nothing, just taking pictures." And I said, "Of what?" Oh, nothing." And the look on his face was like, "Oh, nothing."
Grandma Jo said she had a hunch that something wasn't right. That's when she went over to the laundry room to investigate.
Then I just opened the door, and there they were, the little girl and with no clothes on and 2 little boys. I told those boys, "Get your clothes on right this minute, and if I was your mama, I would spank your little butt." And the little girl was saying, "Please, Grandma, help me. Please, Grandma, help me." So I'm over there. Meanwhile, when I go over and pick her up, in her hair and all over her body and her clothes, they had yearned all over them. It was terrible.
She said she made the little boys stand near the laundry room until the police came and were able to talk to everyone around to find out what happened.
Pretty soon the policeman said nicely, "You boys and girls can go over to your house now. It's okay." And all I could think was, it isn't okay. I'm sitting there going, it isn't okay.
Grandma Jo says that the little girl was taken to the hospital in an ambulance with her father by her side, where the doctors told him
the little girl had been raped. And the dad just cried.
Since that unforgettable day, Grandma Jo says the little girl has come to her home 2 or 3 times to see her.
And she goes, "Grandma, I'm so glad you helped me."
As for the boys involved, Grandma says it's not where they're from or the color of their skin. What matters is what they did.
They're just little boys, yes, but little boys shouldn't do those things. And if people get mad at me for telling you the story, well, just tell them that if you was an old lady and you found something like that, what would you done?
As for the punishment that the boys should receive, Grandma Jo says everyone makes mistakes, but they need to learn that little boys cannot act that way.
We're all got our bad little things that we shouldn't have done, but we grew up learning the hard way, and the hard way is the only way, so then you never do it anymore.
Now, I asked Grandma Jo about some of the rumors that have been spreading around here in Twin Falls. Specifically, I asked her if she ever saw a knife. She said no, she didn't. When I asked her if she saw the parents high-five the children, she said no. All she saw was a lot of crying. And when I asked her how she felt about the families being evicted, she said that if it were anyone else, they would have done the same thing. Now, this story is still developing, and we will continue to stay on top of it for you. And we'll have all that information on our website, 6onyourside.com. Live in Twin Falls, Lacey Darrow, 6 on Your Side.